Tracey Ferrant here, journaling again. And it's continuing. Some people suffer because of lack of knowledge. Some people suffer because they're fighting against the elements of life and humanity. Elements of hate, envy, malice, anger, insecurities, and so they suffer as a result of people's heart and how it comes out in action towards them. Selfishness, lust, and so somebody else suffers because of what's going on with that person. Some people also suffer, as I said, because of lack of knowledge. Some people suffer because of natural elements. But some people suffer because of the things that they do or have done. So, for example, you have somebody who is a gunman, and this is a natural situation across any nation. And they're robbing the people. So they rob the nurse, the same nurse that helping them, they're robbing the nurse. They're robbing even the school children walking to school. They're doing all sorts of evil. And if you're robbing and you have a gun, you're also a murderer. Because if something goes wrong, the person fights back or somebody spots you, you're going to harm the person because that is who you are. And that is why you took the gun in the first place. So when people say, oh, I never intended to. You know, it never intended to is a situation where, you know, you were driving and you hit the biker. You never intend to. You know, maybe a child run out in the street and just to avoid the child hitting the child, you go hit the bike. You swerve to the right and you hit the bike. You never intend to. But if you go there with a gun, you never intend to kill the person. You just intended to rob them. No. Why did you take the gun in the first place? Why did you take the gun in the first place? Come on. Or, oh, I never intended to rape the child. I was just molesting the child. I was just molesting the child, and I won't be descriptive. But I never intended to violate the child, so I am innocent. No, you intended to. The fact that you did it in the first place, that is what your intention was. Whether you conscious of it or you are fully conscious, you knew exactly what you were doing. But they spin the story because such is a narcissist. It's not them. It's not them. It's the devil. It's witchcraft. It's somebody else. Oh, but it's never them. Oh, it's not them. It's not their fault. And they get these lawyers, these corrupt lawyers. There's a difference between a cunning and a smart lawyer and a wicked lawyer. They are wicked lawyers. Nonetheless, that is not the focus. And so, oh, you never intend to shoot the nurse, but you shoot. Why were you traveling the gun in the first place? Why were you on the street hunting for food? Why were you targeting the nurse in the first place? So that is no excuse. So you have some people where they excuse their wickedness. Yes, you intended to. You intended to. And so it's important to be aware. So when this person does this harm and the police comes, kill this gunman, for example, or he survives, get 3 gunshots, survives, get 3 gunshots in the hospital, and he's going to say, oh, it's because his friend set him up. It's because, or the person, let's say, got mentally ill, and they say, oh, it's because somebody worked witchcraft on them. And so you think that the person who did witchcraft on you is a wicked person and you're innocent, and or that the police that shot you is wicked, or the friend that set you up is wicked, but you don't think the fact that you are robbing the school children on the street, you robbed the nurse and kill her, you claim they never intended to, but you, and despite of all of these things, you claim that people are talking about you and saying, oh, it's because of the wickedness that you've been doing and these people are evil. So they are evil for speaking about your evil, but because you claim that you are innocent. Yes, you claim that you're innocent. Now, you may go to a witchcraft worker down in St. Thomas, down in Nigeria, down in wherever, and they may do something and find out that yes, or maybe through here, so you find out that yes, your friend set you up. But you are robbing the nurse. You killed the nurse. And you are robbing the school pitney them for them like $100, like $5. Right? But you don't see that as evil. You only see people talking about you as evil. because, oh, you're such a special person. No, you're not. If you had gone, and yes, indeed, when they go to the witchcraft worker, they say, oh, this person did witchcraft on you. That's what they would tell you. That's what the obeah man would tell you. That's what the sorcerer would tell you, so on. Because that's exactly what happened in the physical. But if you had gone to a prophet, or true spiritual person, a person with a word of knowledge as gifted by God, they would have told you exactly what is the situation with you, because they're not going to lie to you, and they're not going to take money from you to say, give me $30,000. Because when you went to the witchcraft worker, you had to pay them some money. It is a business that they're operating. So they're not going to make you feel bad. But a prophet, a person with a word of knowledge as given by God, is going to call you out without partiality. And they're going to split the truth and tell you. So, for example, like I said, not everybody does wickedness. And they suffer consequences as a result of somebody else's action. Even sometimes an innocent child will be killed because of the parent's action. Different things. It's not, or because of the heart of somebody else. It's not always because somebody has done wickedness. For example, in the Bible we saw where the person was blind and people were asking, oh, this person must have done wickedness, that's why they're blind. That's why they're struggling in life. It's their mother or their father who sinned. And Jesus said, no, they didn't sin. It's just for the glory of God to be revealed. And he did many, many more miracles and without accusing people. Even a great commander whose daughter was sick, and he said, I command great armies. I'm unworthy to come to you, but can you help my daughter? And he did not accuse the person. He assisted. But there was one situation, I think one or two. One where Jesus was in a house. I don't know if teaching or whatever. And the man's friends lowered him down into the house because he was sick. And they had to lift him up and take him to Jesus. And Jesus healed him. But what did Jesus say to him? Go thy way and sin no more, lest a worse sin comes upon you. So Jesus provided the healing, the heavenly, divine, pure healing. But he gave him a warning. Lest this sickness came upon you because of the wickedness that you were doing. And so because Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And so a prophet or somebody with a word of knowledge, when you come to them, they're not asking you for money. They're going to release the healing to you, but if there's something to be told, they're going to tell you the truth. But when you go to the witchcraft worker is operating a business. Whether they say they're this or whatever say they're that, the fact is that you're paying the person. This is their business. And so they are not going to reveal things about you that the truly spiritual and gifted person would tell you, so that you could save you, because the prophet and the person with the word of God is seeking to save your soul and prevent other future souls from being harmed, or to stop others from being harmed by you. But the witchcraft worker is just looking to use their gift wherever they got it from and to free you. But they're not looking to do this bigger spiritual work. And so the witchcraft worker told you that. But a prophet, a person with a word of God, is going to deliver it to you. As Jesus said, go thy way, I've healed you. But if you do it again, if you go back and do this wickedness, something worse will happen to you. That was the command from the heavens. And so the witchcraft worker, the Santeria person, the sorcerer, the obeah man or woman will attack the problem from just helping the customer, the client, whoever comes before them. But the person with a word of knowledge, the person with the gift of knowledge, the gift of prophecy, the gift of God, is going to be fixing the physical and also making sure that others are not harmed by you. And so we saw that in the case of the man, he says, go thy way and sin no more. Because God is looking at the deeper picture within your heart and the bigger picture of others who are impacted and the will of God being done. That is what God is concerned about. And so the obeah man will lie to you, the witchcraft worker will lie to you, right? Because they're operating a business. And so it is.